As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army. With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power. HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting. I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense. With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there. Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
There is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock.
Strutter 1 has crashed.
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
There is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that.
Strider 1, missile launched. Strider 1, target destroyed. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
It's the Rouge
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. Who was our way home? You hear me? That was friendly fire!
You cannot fire on a target until it's ID'd. Don't let it happen again. ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
It's erosion.
They are responding aggressively.
General, they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were successful, Kester. They've opened up a path for us.
That unknown must be an enemy. We're the only Ocean forces in the area.
Not good. Even Trigger's firing on allies in these conditions. Aborting mission.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns, con your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. It's Erusian military.
What is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were successful, Kester. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean. Do not attack before target identification is complete.
Down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway the next ramp.
All right.
You hear me? That was friendly fire!
You cannot fire on a target until it's ID'd. Don't let it happen again.
You were the ones with the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. Who was our way home?
Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarge are the real patriots.
truck. It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Here comes a traitor, Lombard. This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? The boss in that vehicle!
Target is in range of
Set up
guns.
in all the right places.
Strider 2, Bucks 2. We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
Hostile has a lock. Trigger has destroyed the target.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We don't know who has our ideals. We're going to their liberty. It's best that you leave this country.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals. There was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
Get them before they get on.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Out of visual on 3 strike.
Thanks. We would have been toast.
You guys have opened the trial to war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe? Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military. It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
There are unidentified aircraft in the drone.
We're about to cross Anchor Ridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
The Air Force Base.
There's something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
There's a fire on a moment's notice.
An armored vehicle's behind us. The vehicle is by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future we build from the high heavens.
You have no choice! Fire!
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back!
Missile.
You heard the call. There are no friendlies out there.
Missile.
The drones aren't receiving my orders. Could I switch to UAV to slave them?
We're taking fire from vehicles blocking our path!
Those guys shooting up there, aren't they both Ocean? Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking? UAVs are acting strange. They're autonomous, but must be bugged. It's not the drones that are working. It's this Charlie Foxtrot.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off!
They don't respond. Shoot them down.
The general is speaking to the commander.
Fire with the Ocean aircraft. General's orders.
Fire smokes! 3 strikes will find you. We're under attack! Hurry up and do something! The enemy shows no signs of letting up. This car's not gonna last.
That unknown must be an enemy. We're the only Ocean forces in the area.
Not good. Even triggers fire on allies in these conditions. Aborting mission.
Try to run us down.
Rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erosions.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Thanks. We would have been toast.
UAVs are acting strange. They're autonomous, but must be bugged. It's not the drones that are working. It's this Charlie Foxtrot.
So what? Why are you getting your panties in a twist?
Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking?
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe? Our turbulence fall has led to another power struggle within the Erosion. It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That is something.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours. Cease fire. The infantry came through.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erosion forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it.
The general is speaking with the commander.
Cease fire with the Ocean aircraft. General's orders. Taking fire from a friendly crew. Friendly crew.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. General, we still have drones at our disposal. Stay talk. is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
That's enough. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off.
Locked on.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Right down! I've got him in my crosshair.
Target destroyed.
Bandit acquired.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
Attack missed.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice.
I've got to get rid of this guy. Quickly. Adios, buddy.
We're taking fire. We can't hold off.
Target eliminated.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack. This one's mine. Attacking.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
We were nearly done. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice. Landed in the ocean, attacking the radicals. Fire for the next half hour. Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
It's the Ocean military.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple routes and declared independence.
Driveway wasted. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost to the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Ocean quickly.
How'd you last long, Caster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
We turn to in this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusia News Network.
Okay, let's go. Getting out of here. We've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. They should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Sugar!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Sugar, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind behind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft Jogar that I told you about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Hold contact.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
Trigger, ID your targets before attacking.
Careful. Those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Ocean big shots too? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
ID complete. They're Illusion fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp. Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Fox 2.
How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Attack missed. Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Destroyed.
Behind the enemy.
Nice kill.
Target eliminated.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Fortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Uniforce EMQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
I've been spiked.
Missile away.
Thanks for the help.
Target was not struck.
Strider 2, check your 6. Strider 3, launching missile.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Stuck here.
Target acquired. 5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need. Enemy on your back. It's not enough to be functional.
He has a beat on you. 4 bandits left.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when? They left with data, aren't they?
Missile evaded. Fox 2. 3 bandits to go. Two bandits left. Show them what you got. One bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Ocean's army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send...
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of...
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby.